And we've said that unless you find some sustainable way to sort of connect the dots between your psychological, your emotional and your physical health, that you will not ultimately achieve optimal well-being.
Well, for me, there are loads of definitions, by the way. Well-being is a sense of contentment, of being comfortable. It's more than your physical or your mental health. I wouldn't like you to think that to have a sense of well-being, you must be entirely physically fit.
From an employer perspective, it's looking at how can you set up different elements of the environment, the workflow, the emotional and mental well-being of your employees so that they can kind of be content.
Well-being as a construct, it's not a thing. So you have to look at the things that lie underneath it. Positive emotion, feeling good, feeling satisfied is part of it, but I don't think it's the whole story.
Have you actually taken the time to talk to your employees? Like, think about how can we co-create something, and then when you actually realise it's cohesion issues within the team.
I actually don't think it's that complicated. If you haven't got CEO involvement, and I don't mean tick in the box, and I think you need board level engagement. I would have a non-exec on the board.
There's got to be a championing of it, the right training, and have everyone on board. And I think starting from the ground and working upwards is the only way.
But they don't all do it the same way. I mean, it may be led by HR in one organisation. It may be led by occupational health and HR in another. It may have a really big managerial input.
So it's figuring out what facet you need and whether or not HR can cover that, or you want to bring in a specialist or someone else, and pay attention to what isn't the strength of that HR person.
So if you ask me and I don't trust you, I won't tell you anything.
Absolutely.
So the relationship between the leader and the led is a crucial definer as to whether anything will work, actually.
So how can an employer seek to trailblaze there and create trust for someone who doesn't feel ready?
People at the top might be prepared to share their own experiences of depression or anxiety. And once somebody right close to the top or even at the top describes what's happened to them, it gives permission to the people below. Stress and anxiety are not diagnosable conditions. They're symptoms.
Start every meeting by asking what went well last week. Before you know it, people are noticing all sorts of things that are actually going quite well, that they've made a contribution to. And that will improve your positive affect. But the quality of listening and the quality of feedback that you give and receive is a really useful benchmark.
If what you say on the tin, on the outside, are your values, and you don't do it inside, employees get really fed up. I mean, they lose trust, they lose interest. So what you say you are, you better make sure it's happening inside. Those two things are crucial.
A fascinating conversation about helping employees find their voice in the space of wellbeing so that they and the organisation can do well as a result.
It's been a great event with lots of very good questions, and I've been delighted to be here.
It was a great discussion today, really looking at the art of listening being crucial to understanding your employee, helping the employer to fully create a wellbeing program that's going to be holistic and going to be right for the company.
So wonderful insights, and I think we all learned a lot about how employers can feel comfortable bringing wellness into the workplace.